climb my laces, I scale the mountains, I sail the
Hello from Petco Park in beautiful downtown San Diego. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Chicago Cubs and the San Diego Padres.
Yeah, Boog, just look at these stats. We've seen his frustration building every time he leaves one up in the zone. Can't overthink it. Needs to just trust his instincts and let it fly out there.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So, almost ready to get underway, and our pitcher tonight.
A lifetime ERA just over 3. He's been pretty great for most of his big league career. Can't wait to watch him in this one.
And now the veteran third baseman, Carlos Mota.
The third baseman, Carlos Mota.
Swing and a foul out of play. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
And that one is inside. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Champlin Gutierrez. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Birdie, a former Cy Young Award winner. He features a 4-seam fastball, a curve, a changeup, and he works in a sinker. Burkhart on his way over, brings it in, and there's 2 down.
Man, Boog, I love watching an outfielder take on the wall to make that play, and it's a lot easier to watch from up here because that can be painful in the end. You know the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch and hold on to it after contact.
Swings through that one.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And that's downstairs. And a count 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Two out, space is empty. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. 2 outs. On the ground to third. Throws to first, and that will end the inning. Nothing happening there for the Cubs. And now the Friars will get their first chance. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in San Diego, and on the mound in this one, Johnny Williams. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Bottom of the first, so digging in now for San Diego, Gerard Burkhart. And that is out of play. Here comes the 0-1. Ball one there.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
That one
Ball
missed.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's too low. And it's 3-2.
No, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Zips it across. 1 gone, bottom half of the first.
As
we take a look at the Padres lineup, they're facing a guy today who is a strike thrower. Doesn't issue a lot of walks, so they're going to have to work hard to generate base runners.
And when you've got a strike thrower like this guy on the mound, you can't be overly patient as a hitter because the umpire is generally going to give him the benefit of the doubt. So you got to go up there, understand what's in his repertoire, be aggressive in what you can handle. And you get 3 swings, why not take all 3 of them? With his control and command, he's going to be in the strike zone.
Throws to second, and that's a double.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Solid double down the line, and that was a pretty decent pitch that he just turned on. Not really out over the plate. It was inside, but he was more than ready to get that bat through the zone.
One out, runner at second. Quinones will hit next. Homered last night, added another hit as well. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Runner at second here, 1 gone. Ground ball to the right side. And foul ball. Man at second. That one a little bit high. 1-2 to count.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
And that one almost hit him. Spence over at second, 1 down. And it remains 2-2. Left-hand batter waits. In the air, left field, down the line. And that's a fair ball. Now a long throw home. Save! In comes the run from second. And it's 1-0.
A costly mistake in the outfield thanks to the bad read and terrible timing for that to happen. That's a play you just want to forget about.
Sergio Saldana, the next up for the Padres.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. Hits in each of the last 6 games.
That one's in there. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
And a foul ball. Man at first, 1 away. Oh, great stop. There's 1.
Out.
Double play.
He's out.
What a twin killing to end the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. Now the Cubs' 4-hole hitter, Tristan Rincon. Burdick back to work. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1.
The other way, and that's a fair ball.
That play looks routine defensively, but with all of the little nooks, it can get real tricky down in the corner. Kept it to a long single. Nice defensive play.
And here's the veteran outfielder, Greg Gustafson. Missed with a changeup. And that's ball one. Tying run is at first here in the second game of the series. Strike one.
Boog, our man Darryl Parker, DP, at home plate for this one. Pretty average size strike zone, but the book on him is that it sort of moves around. You can't always count on how he's going to call it from game to game.
Yeah, he's one of those umpires that I have to see make his call on a borderline pitch before I start making my call. Like you said, it's not always predictable, but it's pretty fair for the most part. A changeup missing, and the count is 2-2. Lined, and that's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Couple of singles back to back. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
And here is Brandon Zimborski. Jumps, but it's off his glove. The throw is still in time. And they get it out of the play. Wow, Singy's StatCast tells us he fired an absolute bullet to first, and it needed to be a bullet.
Yeah, 87 miles per hour on a line, Boog, and that's some heat from across the diamond. Really close play at first, but the ball just beat him to the bag.
Stepping in, Adrian Delgado.
Ball one.
That is upstairs for ball one. Right through there for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just missed.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hand.
Got him looking. Huge strikeout there.
Well, they were pretty much giving it to him right there. Playing the infield back, all you're looking for on offense is a simple ground ball, and you got a tie ball game. Not sure what he was thinking up there. Strikeout looking is the last thing you want to see.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Makes the grab, and that's the third out. 2 left on. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Padres 1 and the Cubs nothing. I'm too involved in God, not television. According to his purpose, not some. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the third baseman, Ira Rodriguez.
Ira Rodriguez.
Inside, ball one. And that's in for a strike.
Two balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
2-2 count.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Leadoff man retired here in the second. Alfred Hernandez, the next up for the Padres. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Hernandez launched a homer in his most recent game. And another ball. 1 out, base is empty. Next offering is in for a strike. That's a strike.
2.
That just misses. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Gutierrez brings it in with a nice running grab. Now here is Juan Campaneris.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
And that's outside, and it's 1-1. Campaneris with a homer in his last game. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. And a swing and a miss.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Nothing doing there for the Friars, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling.
The second baseman, Johnny Green.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's what it was. If you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Next offering down in the dirt. It feels like we might be headed towards a rain delay if the weather doesn't ease up, Chris.
Yeah, the umpiring crew are going to pay attention to how the weather is impacting this game. And the moment.
Carlos Moda. First pitch just misses. Moda measures 6 feet even, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. And there's a strike.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Yeah, that's a little bit high. Now 2 balls and a strike. Try to get him to chase on the changeup that time. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 3-2. That's a good at-bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Now batting.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. And next for the Cubs, Champlin Gutierrez. He's 0 for 1. And that one is downstairs. 1-0. Swing at a high fly ball. That's out to center. He's got it. And there's 2 down. George Banks, the next Cub to hit. Grounded out his first time. Just missed. Moda, the runner at first with 2 gone. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Off the mark there, and it's 2-2. Two outs. Ripped on the ground to second. They get the force. And that is the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Padres 1 and the Cubs nothing. As we go to the
for
last of the third. And now,
designated
Charles
hitter,
Mullins.
Mullins.
First pitch misses. Mullins turning some heads with this recent stretch of impressive play. And that one fouled off.
Lots of rookies can have a hot streak, but once the league gets a book on you, starts attacking you differently, things can shift in a hurry. I'm interested to see how he handles those adjustments.
Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him. 1 out.
Well, that splitter out of the hand, it just sort of jumps on you, and your interpretation is here comes a fastball again. Well, it never really reaches because the bottom falls out of it and you swing over the top, and that's why they call it a split finger fastball, because it looks like a four-seamer.
And now Richie Enfield. Fastball for a strike at 95. Enfield went deep in his most recent game. Next pitch is outside. The 1-1 is fouled off. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
This one high in the air to left center. Banks squeezes it, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits. Back here at Petco Park.